Hello, my name is Alexya and today I use they them pronouns. Alexya Salvador became the first transgender pastor in 2017. In an interview with Sir International Journal on Human Rights in 2019, accessed March 19, 2023, she says that her body is a trespasser and that her very existence is political, particularly in the country that most kills LGBTQI people anywhere in the world. Since then, she has worked with the Sao Paulo branch of the Metropolitan Community Church to aid LGBT+ and homeless people in Latin America. Her ongoing story is one of compassion and hope for all LGBT+ people. Like Alexya Salvador, I am transgender. Specifically, I identify as non-binary and I consider stories like Alexya Salvador's incredibly important to share as they... Where's the mouse?
That's not talking.
Thank you. As they demonstrate that the world is becoming more accepting of LGBTQ+ people. Alexya Salvador is the first transgender pastor in Latin America and has done extensive work to help fellow LGBTQ+ people in her home country, Brazil, and beyond. I will be telling you about two instances of Alexya Salvador's work. First, her participation in the world's first Mass hosted by LGBT+ pastors, and second, her work as Vice President of the Brazilian Association of Homo Trans Affected Families. To start, Alexya Salvador's participation in the world's first LGBT+ Mass is a turning point in the perception of LGBT+ people around the world, especially in the Catholic faith. Alexya Salvador faced oppression within the Catholic Church and left but never gave up her faith in God. Soon after she returned to her faith, she participated in the world's first LGBT+ Mass in 2017 held in Cuba. Alexya Salvador rejoining a church and then helping to hold an LGBT+ Mass has changed the Christian faith forever and has changed Latin America forever. Since then, Latin America has shown the positive views on LGBTQ+ people. For example, them.us access March 19, 2023 says, "The Salvador's journey shows progress is coming, if incrementally. And the country's local elections last November, a total of 48 LGBTQ+ city council members were elected, including 25 trans people. And in January, Brazilian legislation mandating that companies with over 100 employees to set aside 3% of jobs for trans people. Holding the first LGBTQ+ Mass isn't the only thing that Alexya Salvador has done. Alexya Salvador is also Vice President of the Brazilian Association of Homo Trans Affected Families. According to their site, accessed March 19, 2023, the Brazilian Association of Homo Trans Affected Families has been increasingly committed to the search for representation of Brazilian LGBTQI+ families and their interests, and that they are forming a group that constantly debates issues such as registration of double maternity, prejudice at school, adoption process, marriage, succession of goods, and fertilization methods, to name a few topics. As part of their missions, BHHF has a campaign called Every Family Deserves Protection. It's a series of videos posted to YouTube discussing the plethora of family types to ensure a positive view of LGBT+ families. Alexya Salvador has contributed multiple videos to the series, furthering her mission to spread positivity about LGBTQ+ family. Alexya Salvador has many more examples of helping LGBTQ+ people, with her most important contribution having been holding the world's first LGBTQ+ Mass, as well as being Latin America's first LGBTQ+ pastor, and then furthering continuing her work by becoming Vice President of the Brazilian Association of Homo Trans Affected Families and participating in a campaign to spread awareness about the different types of families. Stories like Alexya Salvador's are important to share to show that the world is becoming a safer place, as no one is safe until everyone is. Thank you. Are there any questions?